Pisces. Pisces Sun are individuals born from February 19th through March 20th. Pisces types are, the fish, the two fish swimming in opposite directions. This suggests the mutable nature of the Pisces, the occasional go with the flow nature, and the passivity that sometimes can accompany a Pisces personality type, where on the high side it can be flexibility, and they can sort of, again, go with the flow. It's better to be a willow, that's going to bend in the wind rather than an oak tree that's got branches that are about to be blasted off. But it can also be going with the flow without actively deciding the direction of their little swimming flow. With Pisces also ruled by Neptune. This is Neptunian energy to me is this higher octave of Venus. Venus is our planet that's to do with love and harmonizing and beauty, but it's more of a pleasure-based, kind of almost a selfish version of love. Neptune is the love that is compassion. It's the Christed, selfless version of love. It's self-sacrifice. It's that higher ideal of love, and it would be the love that holds the universe together. That's the sign that rules Pisces. So when you've got that translated through a sun sign and through a personality type, you have someone who has a natural compassion to them. And there's also this sensitivity and this sponge-like quality to a Pisces because they understand the oneness. So they understand the connection between themselves and other people, meaning they also see deeper levels of humans, of other humans, and they see the soul level, and they have compassion for people. Like they get why people are terrible at times and wonderful at other times, and they are okay with kind of sitting with all of that, and they're very accepting. And unlike my dogs, who are fighting with each other, they're very accepting of people's flaws and faults. And sometimes that means they get themselves into situations where they're in unhealthy relationships, where there's abuse, or there's, if not physical, some sort of kind of them being taken advantage of. That can happen with our Pisces types. Pisces men sometimes will go after the female as sort of the knight in shining armor because he needs to have this higher purpose he's serving. So if he sees someone who needs him, who needs to be healed, he will then try to step into that role. Pisces females as well. Pisces females are like notorious for going for kind of the bad boy, thinking that she can help him clean up his act and that he will finally fall in love and finally come to this place of harmony and balance in his life and be happy through her sort of all-sacrificing love. Of course, we kind of know where that story goes, and it's not really fairy tale. The ending, usually the Pisces end up being disillusioned by the relationships, hurt, and they, a lot of times, the thing of Pisces too is there can be, we'll go into the high functioning, low functioning, but there can be an emotional enmeshment that happens. So with that, actually, let's move into the functions. Let's move into high functioning and low functioning. High functioning Pisces, you've got someone, again, compassionate, loving, they're sensitive to their partner's needs. They recognize when you need something and they're willing to fill that need. They're very comfortable in that role of taking care of people's needs. Oh. They're self-sacrificing, there's a kindness there. There is a go with the flow quality too. They're going to be devoted to their partner, and wherever that partner wants to go, many times a Pisces will defer to the partner. They're intuitive. They've got this egoless quality to them, which makes them feel kind of like old souls. It feels like they're getting everything. We're still kind of like, each of us is sort of maybe focused on a certain part of relating. It's like the Pisces gets the whole thing, and so they're just kind of sitting back watching you. Just kind of like laid back and going, oh, you're going to do that right now. Okay. There can be that quality to Pisces. There's this wisdom there. But also, with this tendency to give, and to take care of people, and to not express what it is that they need. A lot of times Pisces are, because they're so like egoless, they're just like, whatever. And go with the flow, so they just don't like say what they need. Their partner, they could end up with partners. They do a lot of times end up with partners that take advantage of them, or that take advantage of their good graces and don't reciprocate the same kind of love. Okay. Also, another thing would be they've got a natural intuition, as all of the water signs do. There's a psychic gift there, and it's sort of a knowingness when it deals with other people's emotions and the people's where someone else is sort of sitting, and they just kind of will know things. That's Piscean. Low functioning Pisces. Big issue with Pisces and Virgo is the issue of self-martyrdom. Taking on, for the group, for the family, like being a mother who is a Pisces, who, let's say, has an Aries moon and, decides to be a stay-at-home mom, but the whole time she's regretting the decision or feeling like she has to constantly stop herself from doing the things she really wants to do. Pisces energy can be one that is so self-deprecating or like ego. It's like they're being purified from the ego kind of a deal. So it's like the egos, they don't like expressing their wants and their needs sometimes, a lot of times. They have a hard time telling you if what you're doing is crossing a boundary for them, because they're all about blending boundaries. They're like, it's like taking mushrooms where the boundaries between two people go away, or so I hear. That's what they say. And also, you know, they can be codependent. And again, this is codependency not from the necessarily the diagnostic manual's version of what codependency is. Okay, we're just saying, think of the expression of codependency and what that looks like when you've got one partner who is the codependent, who's got another, whose partner they see as having a weakness or a flaw or an addiction of some kind, right? And their job is to kind of enable that person and to also indirectly control that person's life by being needed by the person who has the addiction, right? And in turn, that gives them a sense of safety and security. So Pisces can step into these roles quite frequently. Anyone who's got 12th house, 6th house, Pisces sun, moon, Virgo sun, moon, even rising sign to a certain extent, will experience these relationships. It's just part of your soul path with this energy. It's these relationships that are a little bit unbalanced and unfair, where one person's serving the other one without being served in return. Okay. Also those issues of the codependent relationship, perhaps with a narcissist. Again, I'm using these terms loosely, okay, to just help you understand, to sort of illustrate what I'm trying to say here. So you could see a Pisces with a narcissistic type personality, where the Pisces takes care of this narcissist's needs, does everything for them, cleans their house, takes care of their pets, does their laundry, blah, 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 whatever, pays the bills, and really kind of gets nothing in return. And in fact, that narcissist actually ends up leaving them or cheating on them. You know, that kind of thing. That's a Pisces. It can be a Pisces lot in life. Pisces has to learn that they're worthy of receiving that love in return, and that even though you're seeing the soul in somebody, they can still, all of us have beautiful souls, all of us, right? But sometimes in this particular incarnation, we may not be operating and behaving in a way that we're allowing that good part of us to be expressed. We might express the asshole side of us. And so just the Pisces need to be careful that they are really clear in their romantic relationships about where their partner's coming from, and not what they are projecting onto the partner or what they think the partner is like on the inside, and that waiting game where you're waiting for that sweet part to come out, because it's most likely never going to come out. Also with Pisces, they can be a little elusive. They can sometimes, with a partner might have a hard time pinning them down. Like, how do you really feel? What are you really thinking about this? The partner might always kind of feel like the Pisces is holding something back. And they can be. Or they can just be typical Pisces, where they kind of don't know themselves. They're not quite sure. They're like, oh, I don't know. You know, it just is. You know, that's a Pisces sentimentality. The codependency I mentioned, they can also, at times, Pisces can have this need for validation from a partner. This is an unhealthy Pisces. Again, this is a Pisces who's wanting to merge and, like, you know, and mesh with the partner in a way that's not healthy. And because Pisces is this nebulous, mutable energy, if they have a really strong partner, the partner will give them shape and structure, and they'll feel like they have a purpose and a meaning and a belonging, and then they'll kind of know what to do with themselves. So a lot of times Pisces types will really want this partner to kind of make things make sense for them. You know, they may already know what they know in this really subconscious way, but they need this partner who can externalize that for them, so they'll project onto the partner. And so hopefully they're not projecting the part of them that needs to be seen as this savior or this healer in a negative way. Hopefully they can find a partner where it works, where they can express that in a positive way of interdependent love. Pisces in love, givers of our zodiac. These are the compassionate souls that know how to heal another human through a very soulful method. They're able to see you for who you really are, and I think many times that's all what someone needs, is to really be seen. But the other person's not always ready to be seen. The other person's not always ready to be healed. So sometimes in love, they can be a little disappointed when they're waiting around for someone to sort of improve themselves, and this person never kind of rises up to the level that the Pisces knows that person is at. They just like get here and never up to here. But with the Pisces, this ability in a relationship to sort of they can shape themselves because they've got this flexibility with their personality, and this mutability, this sort of like I was thinking of them as a mermaid rather than the fish. That to me is a perfect symbol for a Pisces. It's this beautiful mermaid shimmering in the distance that the partner can never get to. It's that, you know, pot of gold at the end of the rainbow. You can never quite get there. There's an elusive quality. And I have a sense that a Pisces themselves never fully knows themselves, you know. And through partnership, many times that merge with a partner, it's almost like they can sublimate or send their own ego energy through the partner and see it reflected in the partner's behavior and actions, and then they can like understand themselves better. With Pisces, their expectations, though, in love, they have this idea of the soulmate, the soul union, which is really what they want. And so hopefully, you know, you're healthy Pisces and you found someone else who's coming from that same place, and some you can merge with in a healthy way where you've got an interdependent relationship and this deep connected love, but it's not operating from a place of needing to control the partner or needing to have the partnership give you security, okay? The boundaries, that's the one thing, they want their boundaries kind of eliminated between themselves and their partner. They want no boundaries. They want a connection that's very pure. So, you know, that can be uncomfortable for some people. Some people don't want to have the foundation taken out from underneath their building, you know, which is, Pisces can do that. All the water signs, Scorps can too, and so can Cancers. They can kind of try and build underneath your building, you know, like you're like, whoa, you need to back it up and put it out here and not under my building, because that's really uncomfortable. You're taking from my security for your own security, okay? So Pisces need to be able to have that merge with the partner, have that openness with the partner and that connectedness, while allowing their partner freedom to feel however they feel. The partner, you know, may not always want to be mushy up, squished up against you, literally or figuratively. Pisces' biggest secret, fear, is kind of like that they'll drift off into oblivion in a sense. Now this is quite abstract, but imagine it's this idea that the earthly life is not really meant for them. It's this idea that they're from elsewhere, they don't belong here, that they can never quite find that other twin soul, that twin flame that they can blend with and merge with in perfect harmony and unison and oneness. And because of that they will drift away. So the emotions are deep for a Pisces, and they can go to places that are, you know, full of despair if they feel like they don't have hope for their future, for this oneness idea, for this total acceptance of who they are on a very deep soul level, the way that they will see and accept someone else. So their fear is ultimately just kind of floating out into the sea alone, into the oblivion, really, into the nothingness, the abyss. So they need a partner that's grounded, that is directed and can kind of give some shape to the parts of them that are more mutable and flexible and bendable. So they have some direction. If you're interested, if you really want to find out about the compatibility between you and your partner, you need to have an astrology reading done with an astrologer. The computerized reports are really cool, and you can order some great ones on Astro.com. They're great for giving you an initial sort of step into the compatibility between two people and learning about synastry, but there is nothing like an astrologer going over your charts, because we look at first the individuals, and we look at the synastry together, the chemistry between the two people, which is very complex. I mean, we're looking at hundreds of thousands of possible, I mean, really, there's probably millions of possibilities when we look at the synastry between two people. But we are focusing on, you know, these areas that are important and relative to romance and romantic compatibility, which a computer can't do. I mean, computers just databases of, you know, aspects between two people, right? An astrologer takes these aspects, the zodiac signs they're in, the houses that they're in, sees all these patterns, this inner working, this mechanization of these two charts together, these two humans, these two blueprints, how they lock and key fit. And the astrologer is able to make some deductions that are much more enlightening than what you would see from a computerized report. So computerized reports are great. They're a good place to start, but most of them cost like $40–50. You can get a reading with an astrologer. It takes 90 minutes where you can record it and listen to it over and over again. $189 is what I charge for my relationship readings. If you're interested in that, give me an inbox. You can go to my website. You can actually book an appointment right on my website yourself, get it all taken care of without even having to message me first. I've got my schedule up there. So very easy and a lot of fun. You do it via Skype or telephone or in person if you're here in Utah. Thank you so much for watching. I hope this was helpful for you, and share with your friends. Subscribe to the channel if you like it. I've tried to get stuff up regularly because it's my passion to share astrology with as many people as possible. So thank you so much, and see you soon. Bye.